Today in Can Haz Armory, foil and epee blade, how may I strip thee? Let me count the ways. Okay, so when you are preparing a epee foil for rewiring, as I said in an earlier video, the most important thing is get the blade clean. Get all the gunk out of the groove, get the wire out, all the excess glue, whatever's in there has got to get gone so the glue sticks to the wire and sticks to the metal rather and holds the wire in rather than sticks to whatever's in the groove. And there are several means of getting the wire out. You can dunk it in acetone, which is my preferred method. You can use a pair of pliers to pull or roll the wire out. You can use a Dremel to grind it out, or you can use a heat gun to melt the glue and pull it out. So I'm going to go over those first. I'm going to address the heat gun because I don't use it. I've never seen anybody do it. I know people do use it, and we're not talking a hair dryer. We're talking something that puts on heat that can melt paint onto the blade, softens the glue, and you hold onto the wire with a pair of pliers, and you, as it softens, you pull the wire out. I've never done that, so I'm not going to go into it any further because I don't want to get bad information on that one. My preferred method is the acetone pipe. I have a couple that are about 1.5 inches wide for multiple blades, and I will dunk the blade in there, preferably overnight. 2 hours in the acetone is usually enough to dissolve super glues, but I prefer overnight to make sure that the glue is completely dissolved. Also, acetone sometimes does not have an effect on other glues like Peel-A-Bond or whatever the epoxy Leon Paul uses. That stuff laughs at acetone. So that one you have to pull or grind out. But overnight with the acetone bath, we'll dissolve the glue all the way, and sometimes the wire falls out as I pull the blade out. So pull the blade up, wipe it down, clean the groove with the Dremel, you're fine. There will be residue in the groove because there's stuff floating around in the acetone tank from old rewires. Might have some dissolved glue floating in there, some dust and dirt, whatever. That's going to get in the groove. You got to grind that out, and I'll show you that in a picture right here.
So you can see here this epee blade's been kind of clean. You're right in the middle. You can see where that shiny silver going to the left becomes dark. That's not shadow. That's residue was in the blade that I had to grind out. So to the left is before the grinding with the residue there. To the right is after grinding with the residue gone. That's what it looks like.
So that's an example what the residue looks like on a rewired blade. So there's that. Then you have you can pull the wire out with a pair of needle nose pliers, grab it and pull it. The problem with that is as you pull it, you get some tension on the line, and it may break the wire because the wire is not very thick. You can also use it to roll the wire out, which puts less tension on the wire. It can occasionally break. As you'll see in the example video, I have blades that were wired by Dan DeShane, so they're in there pretty tight. And as I was pulling and grinding and rolling it, the wire broke, which happens. It's just part of the deal. But then you can also grind it out with a Dremel diamond wheel, same one I use to clean the grooves. We'll grind the wheel. We'll grind the groove nicely, and also we'll start removing the wire. It'll curl out like you'll see in the video, or it'll pop out a little flex. The important part is to get everything clean, so you can rewire the blade properly. So let's show those examples. Here we go. Okay, so there's several different ways you can pull the wire out. You could toss it in an acetone bath for at least 2 hours. I did do mine overnight. Or you could pull the wire out, roll it out, or grind it out. So let's do a pull out. Got my pair of pliers here. This wire's already kind of coming out. It's simply a matter of grabbing it and pulling on it. Okay. You don't want to grab too long. I grab it on here so you don't get too much tension on the line. However, sometimes it tightens up. You got to roll it out. Rolling it out means take the pliers, grab the wire at the base right against the blade, and then roll it like this. And then it breaks off. So if I get that going again, that may be able to roll out. Yeah, there it goes. So rolling it like this until it breaks. Sometimes it goes all the way down. The idea is not to put too much tension on the line, but this glue is glued in probably by Dan DeShane, so it's kind of tight. So now I'm going to grind it out. Rolling it out means using a Dremel and a diamond cutting wheel, and see if you'll see the wire pop out as I'm doing it. A little curl of wire coming up. That's what happens when it's ground out. Now let's see if I can roll this. There's the rolling, and now I can go way down the blade with that, or I keep grinding it. I'm actually gonna toss this blade in the acetone bath overnight and clean it out so I can rewire it. But that's what you do when you're gonna grind a wire out, or roll it out, or pull the wire out, or dunk it in an acetone bath. Happy armoring.